Hey gang, how y'all doing? We're back to this. My gut's telling me this is either second last or last session for this game, so we'll see how long I end up doing this. If I feel like I'm gonna have less than an hour of content for the next time, then I'll probably just push through. But I'm gonna try not to worry too much about that. Oh, also, I totally went and got that flame clip. I made it my sub alert. Y'all can see the test.
Flame.
It sounds a little quiet on my end, but I think it's louder. Plus, the game is just fucking loud as shit. It sounds fine with the recording alone, so I don't think I messed that up. Anyways, y'all want to hear more flames? Gotta get me up to 50 followers. Even if you're just a casual YouTube watcher, you happen to have a Twitch, you can throw me something so I can get that sick partnership or whatever it's called. Am I in... Did I already go through the portal? Yeah, it looks like it. The snow's all gone, of course. So it just put me at the first checkpoint after, even though I never actually activated it. I did turn my mic back on, yeah? Yeah, I see it moving. Good. Okay. What's the deal here? A whole lot of nothing. I think I saw something on the other side of that gate. I just need to get it open. How would I go about doing this? Find Vista to Avernus. Hold on. I might just have to go back upstairs to the office area and fly away there. I assume that's what Vista means. That travel point. Courtesy of Wayne Tech. No! Path is blocked. Oh wait. I can climb this wall, can I? No? Shit. Yeah, that's not a climb wall. Text wall. We're on Reddit. Well then. It'd be nice if Kain's swords had some puzzle-solving capabilities, but they don't. They just act as keys. And I guess in a way Raziel's swords do the same thing, but like,
From
Both
this
of them should have elements.
I could see the city of Avernus in flames.
They do.
The Oracle had indeed brought me to the time it promised. It might also be true, then, that Raziel was already there, seeking the heart of darkness. If so, he had to be stopped. I could not allow Janus to be raised.
Okay, so what I'm saying is, like, Raziel's Flame Reaver lets him light torches. So Kain could theoretically do the same thing, but instead he learns Pyromancy, so he technically has that skill. Just does it like Geralt or Rivia. But then his other thing is lightning. He can use this for like I don't know, Tesla coil puzzles or some shit. They've shown technology in this universe before. And time, he can use that to do something similar to Raziel by shifting into the spirit world or shifting into another time period by activating its ability. That's what I mean by I wish these are more like tools. Still don't know what this thing's ability is. Anyways, let's fly to Avernus. The cathedral. In flames. You see that in the distance? That's how you know. This might be the same point in time when Kain originally acquired the Soul Reaver. Remember that town was being fucking raided by demons and we went to a cathedral?
Somewhere in this great cathedral, the
Probably
heart
the same
of
place.
darkness lay concealed. The city outside was in chaos, and the cathedral would not be immune for long. During such times, buried secrets were often suddenly revealed, or lost forever.
Right, looks like the Temple of Time. Of course, that is just a generic church. Got the epic music in it too, though. I can open that, but look around just a bit more. I don't think there's anything on the sides I'm really interested in. Need to find a key. Okay. Oh, looking for a music sheet or something. Get on the floor. Guys doing dice. Oh, just gonna throw me right into it. We're getting our final Reaver, I guess. Another Blood or Earth. And I guess Earth would be the most generically sensible option. Blood sounds cool. More statues, so I'm worried that I'm gonna have to fight more of these. Can't be too reckless. Wow. Oh boy, they're already back to life. Actually, these aren't even the same statues, but I don't know, they just appeared. fight one more wave of them. Be careful. Car fuel. Careful car fuel. What? Am I throwing like ice balls at him or something? Doing quite a lot of damage. Ah! Got him. Bugatti, a new Bugatti. No! The camera shifted right there is pretty evil. Obsidian sphere. I realized that instead of walking all around all these, I can just do this. Never anything on the other side, but I always checked. Probably have to fight another 2 guys here, but I'm not worried about it. Considering that the one freaking stayed dead after I died. We're just gonna do what we can.
I had seen this symbol throughout these ruins. I should have realized what it was they worshipped. Now there was no question, for this scene depicted the ancient vampires' torment and despair as their curse cast them from the wheel of fate. So this was the god whose abandonment had driven them to madness and suicide. Finally, I understood. It was not the bloodthirst, but their immortality that was the true nature of their enemy's curse. The wisest, strongest, most noble race, gulled by the voice of that old parasite. But I had seen him, and whatever he was no god.
Oh. It's just a wheel of fate. I thought it was a drawing of the guy, maybe. It's taking in souls and shitting out vampires, and they're killing themselves to go back in. understand what. I guess vampires are dying out because they're not in the Wheel of Fate. Like, Janos Aldrin's been dead, but his heart's still beating, so he's never actually died. He's just not alive. And so, you know, another vampire can't be born. Not unless one is sired by one of the living vampires. He abandoned them. What a irresponsible jerk.
All upon the wheel are blessed.
Rejoice in the turning of the wheel.
It does turn, though we cannot see it.
Your wheel is a lie.
You will turn the wheel.
Come.
Die.
Pig is alive. Oh, I'm taking a lot of damage. Did have a shield up, I guess. Is that a skill they're using, or are they just speeding up time? Got him. Oh, it's full, but I think that I might need to disable that barrier as well. I don't know for sure, but I don't really have a place to resurrect at yet, so we'll find out then. Oh yeah, this is where I just was with Kain.
This spirit vessel was shielded by layers of occult energy.
I thought.
There had to be some means to dispel this barrier.
I think this is the one that had that whole upper level to it. And, that's the case. That's probably where I got ahead. Thought it might be connected. Oh. Alrighty then. Possibly in this hole. Right, I can use the water to freeze this and go upstairs. Hole in the ground. Bottom of the sea. That might be where I have to head, actually. Seems like it's my only way. Hey. Can't just leave this way. Fine, I have a takeaway. I'll walk the long way. My poor legs. And game, your Defiance camera.
As the Reaver absorbed the souls of the original Energy and Time Guardians, it was imbued with the elemental power of Earth with which their principles were aligned.
Well, it's Earth. Who'da thunk? You see how it's got a sphere, and then it's got the planets above it, and then, I don't know, sunlight, I guess. Earth. It makes platforms appear. Wow. That's something. Oh! Time platforms. Get that shit out of here. Probably have to light all these before I can leave. And that explains why they're there. Doesn't make sense that Kain couldn't light them, but hey. These are still here too, I can't use them. Go. Yo. At a guess, I'd say I want them both to look outwards. But I don't know. There has to be a hint somewhere. Wind. And fire. Ah, you want to look away from each other. Is that not it? They want the fire to be facing the symbol, maybe? Annie? Figure that out in a second. Probably wants me to put that one out. Gosh, no. No. Maybe if I set them both to the same symbol, one of the doors will open. Go back to the ground level. Oops. There we go. Okay, so... Oops. Fire. And fire. There we go. I just had to set them both to which one I want to open. And I have to put this flame out like this. And I need wind. And those last two are just out in the open. Be out of here proper quick. Oh. I don't think we found a collectible in here, but I don't see anywhere else where I can really go. So we're just gonna forget about it. Not super worried about not killing whatever final boss. Presumably it's a fight between our two protagonists. Either that or Mobius. But, if it gives me a choice, I'll just pick Kain, because he's stronger. And that'll be that. Right, oh, so there's a bunch of doors we can open up in Vorador's home now. I'm not sure if we have to go back, or if we can just... or if we do go back. So far the game hasn't asked that much backtracking of me, so I assume that we go back. But... we don't. We did it for different... What was that? Oh, hey. Holy shit, they're mages. There's a bat point for Kain, I guess. Holy shit, you summoned a demon. What's wrong with you? Yeah, fucking priest. Touching your wiener in plain sight, Mr. Priest. I think he's dead. It's gonna take his soul at any rate. Maybe demons don't have soul. There. Damn it. I know these are gonna go away while I'm climbing them. Why wouldn't they? No? Okay. Where am I supposed to go? Can I break the window? No. Hold on. There we go. I thought that was a flat wall because it was all filled in. Just the angle. Gotta love the camera. Or underpowered Raziel. Or concept art that I keep forgetting to look at. Here's the book. Dark Scripture. We're gonna play some fucking death metal church on Oregon.
As the handsome coffin hides the putrefying corpse within, the great cathedral of Avernus seemed to hold its own secrets, hidden in the catacombs beneath its vaulted chambers. Was this the source of the corruption that infected Nosgoth? Vorador had hinted at something more.
The black hole.
History is written by the victors. Beneath the vaults of Avernus, I discovered scenes that told a familiar story, but from a very different point of view. This was the work of the enemy race, and revealed what the vampire histories had conveniently omitted. How the noble vampires, god-ridden and righteous, had started the wars that would destroy both races, victor and vanquished alike. Their adversaries opposed the vampires' god and refused to submit to the wheel of fate. For this, they were banished. I now understood the poetic irony of their curse, and my resemblance to the vampire's enemy no longer seemed so accidental.
I see. Well, I guess if everyone says that Raziel's a demon, maybe he was resurrected as a Hiblin. Hey, the only other Hiblin that we've seen is some flaming-headed dude. But, well, y'all haven't seen him, but, you know, Blood Omen 2 wise. You've seen a flaming-headed dude with a fucking laser beam hand. Looks kind of like a Protoss. All gold and white and shit. Anyways, Raziel hates Mr. Wheel of Fate, so I guess by default he's now Hiblin Hero, Mr. Flaming Sword. Stop summoning demons! And no masturbation before marriage. don't know why he staggers like that. It seems like he is dead, but I can't suck his soul out. And it's just built into their enemy behavior. Even if it's entirely unnecessary. The humans don't let me eat their... No, they do, actually. Never mind. I don't know why I said that. Gonna die. Life. Oh, there's a health pot over here. See if I can get at that.
The banished race foretold a hero who would deliver them from their oppressors and destroy the shackles of the vampire's tyrannous god, the same hero that bore the flaming sword. What game was this, where every player on the board claimed the same pawn?
So, Raziel, your true nature is finally revealed. You were never the vampire's savior. It is to the Hilden race you belong. And when Kain realizes this, what do you think he will do?
I don't know. He already said I'm not his enemy. He seems to understand what I am. Good enough, right? He's probably forcing us to fight because we're the only people who can take care of each other. Even if it's not necessarily a favorable outcome, one of us needs to die for whoever's plan to go through. Just have to take a gamble.
Great Hashagik, we hear you. We offer this sacrifice upon the altar of the world. The blood of our firstborn do we sacrifice to you.
In the depths of Avernus Cathedral, I stumbled upon a bloody ritual. Was this the source of the corruption that had overtaken the city?
May this blood nourish you for all eternity. Purge your wrath from us, great God. The wrath of Hashagik has once more been averted. Depart now as ever in his service. We tremble and we obey. Praise to Hashagik and never praise. Hashagik, Hashagik, Hashagik.
What?
What was it that these deluded humans worshipped with such fervor? Was this the dreaded unspoken that Vorador had warned me about?
Can I kill it?
Whatever so-called god inhabited this hideous pit, I was about to meet it.
The big bat.
I smell no blood.
Throat cut first, blood gouting, then it falls into the pit. The sacrifice is rejected. You will know my wrath. Not possible. No, it could not be.
Stand away, monster.
No. That voice. Not possible. I know that voice. But he fell. The abyss. He ended there.
I did not fall into the abyss.
Oh, it remembers that, does it?
I was thrown in by my own brethren.
I heard what you did to them. And now, you have found me at last.
Terrell.
Terrell. Yes, that was my name then.
The others were grotesque, but...
Yes, I am changed. I have become a god. Greater than you ever were, Raziel. You were never a god. Greater even than Kain!
It is to you that these humans offer their blood sacrifices?
Hash-a-geek. Hash-a-geek. Yes.
But how did this happen?
I was summoned. There was darkness and great hunger. And then I was found.
Why do you stay in this terrible place?
Why stay? Would I remain if I could get out? While they hound me and tear at me and... The hour is at hand, as it was foretold.
Terrell?
We use his voice to command the disciples above. We demand offerings to keep the host alive. He has been a durable vessel, but he can take us no further. You must prevail. The champion of our enemy draws near. No! I must have blood! Bring me blood! Or feel the wrath of your god. Yours. Yes, it will strengthen me against them.
What are you doing?
No more questions. No more worship. Time to run. Time to scream. Time to die.
Sure. I don't know who the fuck this is. I guess we didn't kill one of our brothers before, and then that was in the future. Sure what I'm supposed to be doing. That up there. Break this, yeah? wait till after the fight. Can't just hit him. Can I? Doesn't look like I'm doing any damage. I don't think anything's happening with that either. Yeah. Oh, I can just run. Okay. Right. No. What the fudge? Blowing that up doesn't seem to work. I can't just leave through there. Maybe I can. I don't see how I would, though. Yeah. There's something going on with these gongs whenever he does that, and I haven't gotten a chance to figure that out yet. That's all I've got to go on. Oh, I rang out his fucking ears. Took me long enough to figure that out. Took out about a fourth of his health. The easy mode, if that's all it takes. Gotta wait for him to cast that spell. Oh no, two things. Ah. Ding. The ears go sad. Sad doggo ears. That pub boy. Pub boys do anything for less. Damn, it's far away. Closer, guy. Here we go. Perfect. fucking spell. I can't hurt you until you do. Probably completely random is the thing. But it feels so unsatisfying. There's nothing I can do to trigger it. I have to wait. It maybe does it. Oh. Whoa! Gotta make that money. Yeah, this one might be scripted. A bit. Maybe I have to ring out all the gongs. Kind of has a glow to it after you hit. Like his fucking ears.
Yes.
Yeah.
Go, speed your endeavor. Face him and kill him. Destroy the binding at last. We shall all be free.
Excuse? Was he keeping the Hidden prisoner? I think I'm possessed now. Wasn't the Hidden hero before, I definitely am now. It's a bug. I think it's a bug. PK powers are now enhanced. Wow.
Phantasmal.
The Fantastic Phantasm.
Come to me, my undead son. Make haste to the pillars. The stage is set for the grand finale. You will have your vengeance.
Mortanius.
So, you
Oh, that's who
have
that's
come to the
supposed to
open
be.
At last. The binding must be fragile indeed. But you will find you are too late.
What am I too late for this time?
No, no, not now. You are too late for the victory you sought. I have beaten you after all.
You have mistaken my identity.
Have I? You forget who schooled me in the ancient prophecies. This vessel speaks truly. You are indeed overdue, but it no longer matters in the least. With or without you, we will prevail.
So, I finally meet the unspoken. And here it is, nestled in the heart of the circle itself. Ironic.
Poetic justice. To topple the foundations of the pillars from within. We shall have our revenge in full measure and for all time. This one has little strength left. One must not break him. Your kind does not like to lose.
I seek the heart of darkness.
Ah, now you think of that. But as I told you, you are too late. The heart has served its function. I have used it to set prophecy in motion. I created the champion foretold by my masters, who is destined to be your destroyer. The Scion of Balance will save Nosgoth. The Pillars will return to vampire guardianship as intended, and your race will be cast down.
The Heart of Darkness is Kain's heart?
Kain. You use the heart of darkness to create Kain.
How else? I refused at first to believe the ancient myths. I thought the vampires were simply a plague upon mankind.
Would
a
explain
pestilence
it.
we had to control.
Spontaneous isn't a vampire.
And we were wrong to overthrow them, Mobius and I. We didn't understand what it was the Pillars were holding back. I have made my atonement. I will continue to make it to the end, which will be soon now. But I know Kain will set it right. He will restore balance.
Well, now I have to fucking fight him.
None too soon. My enemy is growing stronger.
Where is the heart of darkness now? Did you destroy it?
You still don't understand, do you? You cannot make use of it as long as Kain guards it with his life.
Kain has it. It is in Kain.
Check and mate. This deed will redeem first me and then all Nosgoth. It must. This one grows weak, but we will soon have a stronger vessel. The long-awaited hour approaches. Our release is at hand. I must finish it now.
Right, so he's going to end Blood Omen now. Said they got stronger vessels soon. They're probably talking about me since I just got fucking possessed. Well, it looked like anyways.
Kain.
Why was there no
is
cool
this
sound
no
effect?
surprise?
Because our destinies run together, Raziel, like two rivers that have met and can never be distinct again. At your every fatal turn, you'll find me.
And the free will you said was mine. What has become of that?
You still have it. And that has everything to do with my presence here now.
It was your machinations that set my destiny in motion. The coin you tossed has struck the earth. Now you must abide by its outcome.
The coin is still turning, Raziel. To reach the resolution we both can live with, that will best serve our futures, Janos Audron must not be raised.
Because you do not wish it. Is my free will to be exercised only when it accords with your whim?
There is much more at stake in this than you know.
Yes, and it is Janos who has the answers I desire.
You must trust me, Raziel. Our intentions, for Nosgoth, for our futures, are not so diverse.
I must trust you. Or...
I've not come here to threaten you, Raziel.
You say that while you hold in your hand the instrument of my doom?
I saved you from the Reaver once. I have no intention of imprisoning you within the blade.
At least not until the moment it serves your plans to do so.
You are not the only one at risk. I may carry the instrument of your destruction, but I too have taken a chance in coming here. Or haven't you realized? You bear the only weapon that can kill me.
Then you know what I am, and who you are.
I believe I do.
And still you think you can move me about like your pawn? Think again, Kain.
Take heed, Raziel.
Why? If we are who we are, then are we not destined to fight to the death to decide the fate of Nosgoth?
Don't be a fool! I will not fight you!
And that will be the prophesied hero's battle? I win because you will not fight me? The mighty Kain, scion of balance, would-be savior of Nosgoth, surrenders before the final battle even begins!
Very well. If this will make you see reason...
I guess technically Kain's still the good guy here. So, probably forced us to play, didn't give us a choice. Anti-hero, but still the good guy. Ah.
Now, you will listen to me. The heart of darkness must remain undiscovered. Great harm will come of its use.
You don't know where it is, do you?
No.
You never looked for it.
It doesn't matter, Raziel. Listen to me. You must understand that every creature is bound to one predestined path. We are all shackled.
To the wheel of fate. Believe me, I know that even better than you do.
All but one. Because of your remaking, you are the one unbound creature. The one among us all that truly has free will. You have a choice, Raziel.
Which I'm sure I must make at your direction. Your pawn has reached the end of the board, Kain, and now my powers may even surpass yours. How ironic, if the creature that you made should prove your own undoing. Now, we finish this, once and for all.
Round 2? Oh, jeez.
They victors!
Don't you use your fucking catchphrase on me? I completely forgot I could pull guys toward me like that, and he's just using it for the sickest combo. You only had to use it like twice ever in and they were both in the same room, so I kind of forgot about it entirely. Plus, Raziel doesn't have an equivalent. Sorry.
You... No. Raziel. They Victus. I didn't. Woe to the conquered. I have found the heart of darkness, and you go to oblivion.
Sword tried to suck out his soul through Kain's own body. Terrible.
Kain was gone. The madness of this place had somehow fueled my rage, and as it subsided, I felt no elation, no sense of victory. Only a calm certainty that we had once again walked blindly into our enemy's trap. I couldn't be sure whether Kain had truly intended to destroy me, and now it appeared I would never know.
Rip. He told Kain to fuck off in the heat of the moment. Now he regrets it already. Alright, looks like we get to go back to Vorder's mansion one last time. Open up some of those doors.
In my absence, the estate had been overrun by Mobius's soldiers. I hoped that they had not yet found the entrance to the crypt or discovered the body of Janos. Of Vorador, there was no sign.
Raziel, the conquering hero. I understand we ought to offer congratulations. Kain, at last, is dead.
I suppose you expect similar congratulations on the death of Vorador. Or has he eluded you?
We have him, but not without a considerable price in blood.
That will have pleased him.
Let it sustain him until his head is off, and every vampire in Nosgoth at last is dead.
And will that knowledge sustain you? You too are going to your death.
For a true servant of the one God, death is never bitter. I will go, again at peace with the knowledge that I have played my small part in our master's plans. Kain is at last destroyed, and you have carried out the deed. Which hero do you think you are now? The vampire savior, or the other one? Have you realized yet that it didn't matter to us which one either of you thought you were, so long as the result was the same in the end? And now, Kain is dead. Really, I cannot thank you enough.
So, this has all been arranged every step of the way. And Kain thought I truly had free will.
Oh, but you do. And there's the greatest triumph of all. To have compelled the one player who could choose into doing exactly what we required. Well done, faithful servant. And now, I have an execution to see to.
Oh, every vampire's dead, but I'm about to bring one back. Didn't see that coming, did you, you bastard? That big boy soul. Man alive. Well, it is indeed a predicament. Now I can bust this down. So then, I guess when I said Kain wasn't a blue man, I was somewhat wrong. He had the heart of darkness, and he has the blue man blood in his veins. So maybe that is why Raziel grew wings. He was a half-breed, and he was the only one who got the pure genetics, I guess. That makes sense. It's not exactly a parenting thing, but all the other guys just got normal vampire stuff, and not Blue Boy. Oh. Has that been there this whole time? There we go. The ability on this one's just a freaking AoE force push. Pretty great. It's like chain lightning, but better. It also like forces guys to stagger. It's the most useful part about it. Life. Well, that did a thing. Pathway's blocked, so I have no reason to go over there like those guys. Thing out there, wow. Go grab it. Hopefully it's a health upgrade, because that'll give me a whole thing. Oh. Useless. Holy shit, what? What the hell? Did he just eat the freaking demon corpse and become a demon? So I have to fucking watch out for now? I think he's dead. effect on this is just so great that I have no plans of using its actual ability. Shit. Maybe that fountain over there got blown up and it'll put us into the sewers just outside of the courtyard. No, it doesn't look like it. I can't get back in from the window on the right here. Oh. Oh, maybe that'll change. All them souls. This door's wide open. Maybe another path opened up. Blow this up, I guess. See a crawl space behind it. No, it's just a secret. Yeah. Okay, that's all there is to this. I guess my only option is to try going in through the window. Not entirely sure I can, though. Can't even jump up that high. One of these broke. Damn it. Can't climb that. Can't just leave. Of course not. Spirit World's my other option, but I'm gonna take another quick sweep through here. Yeah. One of the pillars outside lowers itself enough I might be able to get on top of it. Ah. hell is that? What is that? I don't want to fight it. It looks spooky. Oh, thank you. Old fucking Cloverfield monsters. Really nothing can be done about this? Oh. Well, that changes things. How tall was that other one? Same height as all of them, so... Hold on, I just fucking noticed this. Da-na-na-na-na. I don't think that was the right sound. Excuse me? Where'd it go? You know what, if I just go forward, the new lean on it might give me enough distance. Bugging. I can't activate it and it won't go down because I never hopped off of it. Oh. Right, we have to reload. Where the hell? Okay. I don't think we're too far off from where we were. And I'll try and avoid whatever I can, I guess. Okay, it stayed, its current state. This is what I was trying to do. Fucking camera. There we go. I can get up there now. Whoa. Oh, I have to fight him. these are the adult forms of those flying guys. They're using the same attack anyways. They look fishy. Not putting up too much of a fight, honestly. A lot more intimidating than they actually are. Probably tactic. Look intimidating so nobody fights you because you can't actually fight. Kinda like how bears are cute so nobody runs away from them. Even though they can run faster than a fucking semi-truck. You get ran by that thing, your fucking bones are broken. Doesn't matter if it bites you or anything. The water's still here. Thought it'd be drained and connect to the well, but that seems to not be the case. So maybe through the store then. That's not how it works either. Oh shit, never mind. Yeah, we fucked up. Apparently Earth Reaver's heavy boots. Obviously I can break that wall open, but maybe the other stuff hidden here. Like that. Man, wasted everyone's time. Fighting on the bars there. For whatever reason, they decided to just have one whole bar going through that bottom row instead of segmenting it appropriately. So because two things are in the same place, it doesn't know which to render. It just kind of flashes between the two. Not necessarily doesn't know which to render. That the positions are all locked in with floating points, which are incredibly imprecise. So, drawing something at about those coordinates, which means the thing in front and the thing technically behind are switching every frame as it looks at it, at the number. That creates that flashing effect. Not actually in the same place. You see it a lot in older games when you try and hack them into working on newer rendering pipelines. I guess it wasn't such an issue back then. Maybe they used a more precise number to hold coordinates. Or maybe they told that old render to ignore it. places where it used to be acceptable, it's just not anymore. Corpse ain't here. Have to climb out. Find another one. We're almost at the tomb. I wonder what we even did with Kain. Kinda just went through a random portal. Who opened that? It wasn't me. Did he do it, maybe? Has he replaced his body with that of Janosch? That's what I'd do with my fucking last minutes. I'd find a scheme to bring myself back to life. Wow, it made appropriate sounds this time. And literally sound like machinery when Vordor opened it. Probably because he used magic. Janosch.
This relic had come at so high a cost. My blood offering for the answers I sought from this enigmatic corpse. It was the price of my freedom, for which Kain had paid with his life.
I don't think it works like that.
Journeyed so far and forsaken
Do
so
surgery.
much, only to have it end like this.
I remember. Raziel, the heir of prophecy. You came for the Reaver, just before the Seraphim found me.
You've been entombed here for 5 centuries. Your murderers are long dead.
500 years. And Vorador?
Also dead. Your bloodline is erased. The age of the vampires is coming to an end.
Then we must waste no time.
I'm not who you think I am, nor is this a benevolent act. I have questions that apparently you alone can answer.
Raziel, there are forces in this world that will strive to deceive you and pervert your destiny. But you must believe your arrival foretells the salvation of the vampire race.
Why then would the vampires devise a weapon to consume and imprison their savior?
No, that cannot be.
While the blade yet exists, I am drawn inexorably toward my doom. It was you who bound me to this fate. Only you can release me.
Raziel, you have been misled. You are ordained by prophecy to wield the Reaver.
And so I do, though not quite as you'd envisioned.
Redeemer and Destroyer. Is it possible? Did I misread all the signs? It seems your destiny is more labyrinthian than I had imagined. You must trust me, Raziel. We may have very little time. I will convey you to the place where your answers lie.
I'm guessing he's taking me to that fortress where Kain was, because we have to reuse all the levels, right?
Where have you brought me?
We are within the ancient citadel of the vampire race, long ago defiled and abandoned. This fortress endured through centuries of war against our great enemy,
The Hilden.
Yes. From this chamber, we witnessed the summoning of the Pillars and the banishment of our adversaries from the land. This is a dire omen. The binding is in peril. The hour of prophecy is at hand.
It's too late. The Pillars are already damned.
As long as a single one of us stands, there is still hope. The Pillars must not remain under human guardianship. They are not competent to serve.
Why then did you allow the Pillars to fall into human hands?
Raziel, there is no time.
I want answers. The world can end this instant for all I care.
Very well. The Hilden cursed us as they fell, afflicting our race with a predatory bloodthirst. But with this transformation came our enemy's true revenge. Immortality.
They liberated you from the Wheel of Fate.
They imprisoned our souls in this flesh, expelling us from the purifying cycle of death and rebirth.
And yet you pass the curse on.
It was a necessary evil. Our immortality banished us from God's grace. He turned his sight from us and fell silent. Many took their own lives, unable to bear the separation from our God.
Not you, though.
Curse or blessing, it is the price we pay to keep the Hilden banished from the land. To sustain the binding, we had to preserve our bloodline, and so we passed the dark gift to the human successors of our fallen guardians. They rebelled, inevitably, refusing the curse and seizing the Pillars as their own. And so we come to our present dilemma. While mankind governs the Pillars, the binding decays. The Hilden strain against the barriers of their prison, scratching to gain a foothold back into this world.
And what does all this mean to me?
We stand at the threshold of a new eon, Raziel, and you are the fulcrum upon which our destiny turns. Beneath this room lies our innermost sanctum. The outer chamber has been opened. It appears events are already in motion. This token is the key to the mysteries you seek. I cannot accompany you. You must face this trial alone. If you prevail, you will have your answers.
And if I fail the test?
Then you will not return.
Right. Golden Ouroboros. How symbolic. This probably goes to the door in that we didn't open up before with Kain. Now it's obviously related to me, because Ouroboros snake eating its own tail. An infinite cycle. And that's exactly what's going on with Raziel and the Reaver. title of the end of Soul Reaver 2. Boy ate his own soul. Heavy booch. Guess something will change when I do this. No? Alright then. Dilio. Oh, I think you can break this. It wasn't entirely clear, it just looked like a pile of crap and not a cracked wall. Walls need to stay consistent like that, otherwise nobody will know.
I should have known I'd find you here.
Here and everywhere, now and always. I am the wheel and its turning. I am the circle of life and death.
And I am beginning to think the vampires committed suicide only to escape your voice.
Do not forego my favor with your impertinence, Raziel. You have finally fulfilled your purpose. I am pleased.
What are you trying to obliterate here, then? What is it about me that has you so afraid?
Your fate is trivial, Raziel. It was Kain's destiny that mattered all along.
May the victor characters holding both swords, because like, I could have been either one. Kain was never one or the other. Showing off my free will.
My master seemed keen to extinguish the purifying fire of the Spirit Forge. Perhaps the Reaver would loosen his grip.
Oh. That was easy. Spirit Forge. What does that mean? Can't exactly leave. His boy in there. Porches Johnson. Maybe he wants me to touch it with the light in the dark. Right? No. That's not it. Can I climb in? Change in here? No. Oh. No, shit. I don't understand how to get back up there. It seems like it wants me to go touch all the things. Has to be a climb wall on one of these. Oh, there it is. Perfect. It's only the same color as the rest of it. Now it sticks out like a sore fucking thumb. Now I know what it is. God damn it. So I think it would behoove me to find my way out first. Like, that's all there is to it. So I want to have the Earth Boy put me. Fell. Sun tells me I'm not gonna get up there in time. Nope, What's water? Water and fire. Still want the earth one equipped, but I need to. I guess I don't need a way out of the water actually. What's it want? Does it want earth? This one's probably wind. Oh.
It is accomplished. The Forge summons the spirit of every balanced guardian to itself for this final purpose.
Ariel? You?
Yes, Raziel. Yet I am much more than I was. The veil is lifted from my sight. My spirit, united with the souls of my predecessors, is drawn here now for the final baptism of the blade. To restore balance, the sword must be rendered pure by spirit. Release me, Raziel. The Soul Reaver has the power. Release us all. For this we were called.
Okay.
You have done well, Raziel. But there is one more trial for you to bear. You must unite what has been set asunder. Only then will the Scion of Balance be armed for his true endeavor. Only then.
The Reaver now blazed with purifying flame. But far from being enlightened, I found myself entangled in an even greater web of mysteries. What had Janos expected me to learn? And what of Ariel's cryptic message? If the sword was endowed for the Scion of Balance, for Kain, and he was now dead, what hope remained?
Well, I can go to young Kain.
Janos, and soon. I dreaded to think what these ominous rumblings might portend.
Well, that just barely crushed me. Climb it, damn you. OP sword. I hope it is, anyways. In reality, it's probably just a key, not any stronger than the others. A cool new sound effect, though. That's not a time travel pool. Let's not talk about that. Akuyano. Not much. I actually said I wasn't gonna return because I was having a fucking meeting with this god and all, but this god didn't really do anything to stop me. He just tried to play keep away. Also, it looks like I can't go that way. Yanos in the council chamber. And that has to be the right place. Literally just says go back. His camera. It is stronger. Look at that. Also, I get to keep it in the spirit world. Ain't that nifty? Oh, how the hell? Oh, climb wall, of course. Thought it looked like a climb wall when I was Kain. Guess it kind of was.
Janos, what is this?
The binding is failing. All is lost.
We had arrived at that cataclysmic moment when a younger Kain faced his fateful dilemma as Balance Guardian. Choosing self-preservation over sacrifice, he doomed the pillars to eternal ruin.
Raziel, there may yet be hope. There is one who will be called. You must seek the Scion of Balance. Dear God!
Who dat?
Ah, Raziel, we meet again. You have played your part flawlessly. It is gratifying to attain both freedom and vengeance in a single stroke.
No! You cannot!
This one is strong. Good. My next move requires a more durable host. Mortals are such fragile vessels. Willing or not, you have provided the instrument of our victory.
I wouldn't celebrate just yet.
You pathetic creature.
You haven't got a clue. The seduction of the Circle and possession of Mortanius, Ariel's murder, the corruption and collapse of the Pillars, all orchestrated as a prelude to this moment. We sought an incorruptible vessel, and you provided one. We required the blood of our ancient enemy, and you delivered Janos Audron, having first been lured to the heart of darkness. Best of all, you murdered the Scion of Balance to get it. We've already won.
Hey, I can just take it back, right? I don't know where Kain's body is, if I can take it.
And you end it now. Suicidal like the rest of them. Know your place, Raziel. The true hero plays his role and then steps aside. You deluded ghoul. Do you so wish to die a martyr for the vampire's lost cause?
You're not leaving this chamber. I will destroy Janos if I have to.
Very well, then. I'll indulge you.
Well, I guess our goal is to now bring Kain back to life and infuse the Soul Reaver with our new OP Reaver, and that would somehow fix things. I don't fucking know. But my gut's telling me this is probably the final fight in the game. And I know there was a sequel to this game, like a direct sequel that was cancelled, called Dark Prophecy. Never saw light of day. Then they chose to work on Dark Sun, which was completely unrelated, but still a Legacy of Kain game, also cancelled. And they made Gonskoth, which nobody played. Is now shut down. And that was the death of the franchise as we know it. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a remaster of a few of these, maybe, to judge people's interest in seeing Dark Prophecy finally happen. But this is probably the end of our tale. Any more damage. Problematic. Not any health in this room, is there? Yuck. Yeah, I'm gonna fucking die. There was a single soul floating just outside the door. Maybe it'll respawn if I try and go back. There we go, he's taking damage again. Summon boys, wow. Really just a toss-up as to whether or not he blocks. Not much I can do about it. Dead.
Raziel, finish it before he returns.
Why'd you have to open your mouth? Now you made it hard.
You should have listened to me. Now it is finished, and thus a new epic has its beginning.
Oh. Well, it's fucking Raziel's death. Shit.
Do you see? However far you stray, you will always return to me.
I guess not.
Surrender, Raziel.
Going back to the wheel.
Your efforts are wasted, Raziel. That weapon you bear, however endowed, remains only a wraith blade. It cannot touch me.
I will not be your prisoner.
You have no choice. Your task is fulfilled. Kain has been cleared from the board, and this chamber made ready for my more malleable servants. There is nothing more for you to do.
I refuse to bend my will.
It has always been my will you satisfy, never your own.
You parasitic fraud. You are forced to imprison me because I possess free will.
You possess nothing. As you are undying, your soul cannot be returned to the wheel. But it may console you to abide here in eternity with me. Mobius, my good servant, I call you to the place of our first meeting. Return to me here.
Kain? He's alive?
I awoke to find myself in a shadowy realm. A disquieting stillness lay where my heart had been, the heart that had belonged to Janus Audron all along. How was it possible that I still lived?
You are still very false, vampire. That will go first. This realm will render you hideous. You will go mad, and will not know it.
What is this place?
Do you not think of this place every day, vampire? Or are we truly forgotten? This is the exile into which we were driven. But soon now, soon we will be free. We will be free.
I guess as a vampire, his soul's undying, so what, we're in hell now? Demon realm? Technically, the cathedral where we fought that boss, but... probably being portrayed as Demon World. Probably just supposed to fight to my death right here, actually. These guys don't go down easily, as. So many. What over here? I'll take that. Yeah, they don't have blood either, I guess. No, they technically do. More jars. Wow, portal. My only way out. Oh, had to activate it.
I felt strongly drawn, compelled even, not to linger here, but to go to the vampire citadel at once.
Maybe the reunition of the... Is that how you say it? The reunion of the swords happens in this game anyways. Look at that fucking hair. I think that one was an upgrade. Yeah, I'm at max. One more TK rune by the looks of it. Not that it matters. This level's like a minute long. So we could get out of here quickly enough. In theory, Kain can just fly the fuck out. You don't even have to go through Vorder's mansion or whatever. And that area is pretty small too. jar nearby. This will take care of it. Oh no! I missed. Sparkly as ever.
Lord,
Goodbye.
I knew what ominous hour this was in Nosgoth's history, for here was the event that had shaped my entire existence. I had cast my fate, refusing the sacrifice, damning the pillars, and founding my doomed empire upon their ruins. I would raise the Salafan priests to be my closest lieutenants, and would one day cast the strongest of them, my servant Raziel, into the abyss, dealing one last hand to play against fate. But in the end, had it made any difference? Had I misread the signs, as Mobius told me? In my arrogance, had I missed my cast at destiny?
Well, damn. Since Raziel killed him, he doesn't feel like he's in control anymore. I guess I'm supposed to go down to that chamber where Mr. Tentacles was. Who knows? Maybe I'll fight him. Doubt it. But if I have any chance of meeting with Raziel, be by talking to him. Right, just water, not a portal. I don't know why I even tried to touch it. Chamber's the other way. boy. Camera. Thank you. Concept art.
The Hilden are merely an inconvenient consequence. They will be dealt with in time. It is a small price to pay for Kain's death.
You're a bit premature.
Kain!
Is there a crack in your omniscience after all, Mobius? First, your
Not even
omniscience.
a vampire anymore.
Now your powers. You're slipping badly.
This is not possible.
The part of me that staff affected is no longer in its place. But you already knew that, didn't you? I always was considered heartless. And now, Mobius, it is time.
To kill me? Again? Your only solution for every problem. Kill.
This is not a debate. You see, this time, you have nothing that I want.
You think this will matter? I serve one who has power over life and death.
Then go to him.
I am his obedient, his devoted servant. Soon, all pain will fade, and my master will bring me life once more.
Fucking Raziel eats your soul, bitch. Come on, do it.
Master, my apologies. A momentary oversight. Somehow Kain still lives and has unexpectedly dispatched me. Make use of your good servant and go to your
There you
master
go.
then. I release you to the wheel. God, no. Do you see it now? The monster that you served. Is this what you imagined when you worshipped it? No! And in that knowledge, go and feed it. I release you.
Your petty actions are irrelevant, Raziel. Mobius was a good servant, but he was of no further use. His long life had run its course. You see, even when you rebel, you are doing my will.
Perhaps. But something has changed, hasn't it? You didn't foresee Kain's return.
You have both traced your paths along the wheel. This is where the journey ends.
You haven't the means to kill either one of us.
Ah, but you can be stopped. And you will come to understand how oblivion can be a mercy. You and Kain will spend eternity buried here together, praying for the merciful release of a death that will never come.
But I was armed with newfound knowledge, and it burned within me.
Redeemer and Destroyer.
Mobius had never seen his master until the Soul Reaver purified his sight. Even the ancient vampires had no idea what it was they so righteously worshipped.
You must unite what has been set asunder.
All the conflict and strife throughout history, all the fear and hatred, served but one purpose: to keep my master's wheel turning. All souls were prisoners, trapped in the pointless round of existence, leading distracted, blunted lives until death returned them, always in ignorance, to the wheel.
The coin is still turning.
But what hope had there been? One cannot fight the unseen.
Only then will the Scion of Balance be armed for his true endeavor.
Despair, Raziel. There is no escape.
It was then I knew what I had to do. I alone could end this.
Possess his corpse? That should give him a way out, yeah.
Kain.
Hey. Oi! Oi!
So enjoy death.
Yes.
Raziel.
No! Yes. This is how...
No! Raziel!
The Soul Reaver, pure of all corruption. This is what it is for. This is what I am for. The two become one. Both Soul Reavers together. And the Scion of Balance is healed. And I am not your enemy, not your destroyer. I am, as before, your right hand, your sword.
No, Raziel. This can't be the way.
And now you will see the true enemy.
Raziel. And it was then I saw.
So, I am revealed to you at last.
What in hell?
I am the origin of life, the devourer of death. I am the hub of the wheel, the purifying cycle to which all souls must be drawn.
Had I condemned Raziel to this nightmare when I cast him into the abyss?
You may ponder the futility of your ambitions as you spend a deathless eternity beneath a mountain of rubble. You and your Soul Reaver will go equally mad as the eons pass. The Citadel of the Apostates will become your living tomb.
Your words are heartening. For you would not fear us unless we could truly do you harm.
No! You are nothing!
False god. This is the end. The final turn of your wheel.
You will never escape.
Well, I guess the pillars did only go to serve this guy. So, whether they're destroyed or not doesn't really matter. At least Nosgoth will be free of them.
You will never defeat me, Kain. Submit to my will.
Anyways, if that's the ending that we get from this, I'll be okay with that, I guess. It's probably gonna leave that Yano soldier and loose end tied up. Gotta deal with him in a later game, but hey, at least we got rid of this bad guy.
Submit to my will. Will never defeat me, Kain.
No health pots around here. Probably be a bit less sloppy. But it's also really hard to hit this fucking tentacle. See that? I'm trying so hard.
Your game long enough. Submit to my
I didn't hit him at all. Ah, boy. It's some bullshit. No.
pathetic creature.
Why is the fucking hit detection so wonky on this guy? Seems like I did enough damage in one round before to take out a fourth of his health. It probably only intends for me to go through 4 rounds of this. I'm just not able to fucking hit him. He goes for a shitty tentacle. And still, there's a chance that he'll hit it. Probably not.
I've endured your game long enough.
Yes! Look at that! Makes me so mad. That was my fault. entered your game long enough, mister. Fucking let me hit you. Shit. God damn it.
Submit to my will.
I think that in about 70% of the games I play, the final boss is always just bullshit. So I normally don't hold the fight itself against the game, in most cases, just because it's so common for it to be something else entirely. Like, say, Sonic games where you have that supersonic stage where it's not even fucking a Sonic game anymore. Devil May Cry did it as well. I don't know, it's very common for something like that to happen.
That almost hurt.
Or otherwise, it could just be ridiculously hard for no real reason other than he's the last guy. Gotta be hard, right? God forbid they just give me a fight that tests all of my skills that I've learned through playing the whole game. Some bullshit. Damn it, damn it, damn it.
Feed the wheel. I will bury.
I was thinking maybe the colors related to what emblem I have equipped, but I can't change those out anymore.
That almost hurt.
Now, you know what? I just thought of... Y'all can say what you want about Sonic Forces, I personally like it, but I think that it actually has the best Sonic boss, period, for its endgame. Because, as I said, a final boss should do, it tests everything that you've learned. Alright, you go through, beginning segment as classic Sonic, and it's like a classic Sonic fight. It's not necessarily a Sonic stage, but hey, whatever. Then you go through another section where you do a bunch of combat with your OC, Do Not Steal, which was part of the game, of course. And then you go through a running section where you're double boosting with your best friend, Sonic. And it plays very similarly to a Supersonic section.
Feed the wheel.
But it's also kind of just like a boost level in its own way. I think that's the best boss fight you could have possibly asked for in that kind of game. Maybe I'm just too close to it, and if I keep my distance a bit, I'll hit it. I wonder if I can hit these back at him.
You're broken.
Son of a bitch! This boss sucks. Seriously, I'm like 10 seconds away from just save stating my way through it. Like, every time I get his shield down, save state and see if I can hit him. And just save again after I get a good hit in. This is fucking lame.
You will never defeat me, Kain.
Sure, because you're cheating. Hold on, let me... Oops. Actually, exactly where I need to be. The wiki. Enemies, bosses. NPC. Elder God. Yeah, there's nothing on display. Of course. Who would dare write a wiki page? Ah. Yeah, I ain't seen shit on this. I might cheese my way through it. I'm a real gamer. I don't tolerate bullshit like this. It's not a game if it doesn't work.
I will bury you.
There, I got some hits in. I'm okay with this. Fucking hell.
Pathetic creature.
I think I was actually too far away that time, but that's okay because of this. Piece of shit. think the blue glow around his tentacles means that he can be hurt, so I'm just going to avoid it until that starts to happen. Right, at least that bit makes more sense to me, but there's nothing like that for his eyeball. Alright, the shield's gone, you can hit the eye, but most of the time you can't hit the fucking eye.
You will never break from the wheel of fate. Your broken body will be buried here for all eternity.
Oh no, noise too. Whatever shall I do? I forgot to save. I forgot to save. I hit him once. Not worth it. Fucking slap me with your fucking turds. Literal piece of shit.
No! This cannot be! Surrender, Kain.
That was risky. I forgot to save. You're the third tentacle. Also, I think I totally just used TK to push one of those balls away.
Your sacrifice has been made in vain, Razia.
Hi. Ayoj. Well, can't risk getting hit now. Fact.
I will bury.
This run could have been a bit better, but we'll have to deal with it. Ah, yep. Yeah, I don't think I can survive with that. But we have a working system. So we're going to give that another try, and hopefully we won't get our butt pounded in. In fact, let's turn off the frame skip. Break these chains. Probably gonna make things a lot fucking worse for me, actually. That was a good one.
I've endured your game long enough. You will never escape.
Ah!
I will bury you. This is futile. This is futile.
That was a good one.
This cannot be. Pathetic creature. You will never escape.
Damn it.
Your sacrifice has been made in vain, Raziel. Get up! Pathetic creature.
I'm not entirely sure if I should live with this one, so I'm not gonna make a save this time. I took a lot of hits during that dodging phase.
I will bury
Hey, he's dead. That was terrible.
You cannot destroy me, Kain. I am the
I
engine
didn't even
of
have to cheese it as hard as I thought.
The wheel will turn. The plague of your kind will be purged from this world. And on that inevitable day, your wretched, stagnant soul will finally be mine.
In the meantime, you'd best burrow deep.
Save game now to unlock all bonus materials. Does that mean I didn't even have to collect any of the things and you're just gonna give them to me? Thanks. You really rewarding those completionists.
Now at last, the masks had fallen away. The strings of the puppets had become visible, and the hands of the Prime Mover exposed.
Most ironic of all was the last gift that Raziel had given me. More powerful than the sword that now held his soul, more acute even than the vision his sacrifice had accorded me. The first bitter taste of that terrible illusion. Hope.
Well, pillars are destroyed, but people are also free from the wheel, I guess. Maybe he's not dead. Seems like it, though. And Ganos is off doing some bullshit. I guess Kain has to kill himself and him, maybe. I don't know. Time travel gets weird when you get to this point. What the hell is Kain supposed to do? Anyways, I appreciate what the game was doing at first. It was definitely a huge step up from all of the other 3D games in the franchise. However, the combat lacked depth. Not even sure if that's the right way to put it. Maybe it's that the enemies were also dumb. I also wish I had a bit more utility in my moveset. Like, I couldn't do anything if they just chose to block. That was just it. I have to wait till they stopped blocking. The dodging barely worked. Puzzles, for the most part, were stupid simple. And they missed a lot of opportunity for tools. And the emblems, they just didn't take advantage of them. They were literally just keys in most cases. Story has a okay enough conclusion. I wouldn't call it a cliffhanger necessarily. There's definitely some loose ends that could use tying up, but I'm considering that the next game is never made and probably will never be. I'm okay with where this has left us. It was a bit longer than I thought it was, which is a good thing, I guess. I don't like how the two characters are pretty much both just mirrors of each other, playstyle-wise. Raziel was a bit more puzzle-heavy, but I use that in quotes. Puzzles. But their movesets are both the same, essentially, and that's probably part of where the lack of depth came from, which I think is a bad excuse, all things considered. Because if both of them are going to have mirrored movesets, then that leaves that they could have just made one advanced and gave it to both of them. But instead they just have a very basic one. I barely used, like, the last 3 moves. Only the first one, the X spam, was in particularly useful, in my opinion. Anyways, let's check out some, bonus material. What's this? Oh, Dark Chronicle is the cutscene viewer. No? What the hell? The making of. It's always nice to see that. Okay. So, I think that's the last one we saw. No? Sure. Ugly Kain. CGI's come a long way. Pillars of Nosgoth, that's a fitting enough name. I like the box art. I think think there's an arrow. Early pillar production sketch. Rare image from the deleted assassination cinematic. I guess rather than dying after fighting off a horde of guys originally, we were just supposed to be fighting guys, and this guy comes and fucking cuts our head off. The white armor and blood hair is the contrast what was to come. That one sounded a little less cheesy though. The vampire in Japan. Oh, Kain the vampire. That's fine. It looks like a fucking metal album cover. Storyboard for the end sequence. I wish I knew what that box meant, but I'm not a fucking pro animator. I just do things. Maybe that's where the camera is supposed to be. Like it's shifting upwards to that final part where it's on his face. Yeah. Raziel's, what we got? Magazine cover. It looks kind of Batman-y. I like that. On their shirts it says, I'd buy that shirt. Original? What kind of fucking name? Jeez, all these people have fancy ass names. She also looks like a mummy originally. His mansion was supposed to be a lot more castle-like originally. I think they got rid of the wings. Maybe they didn't. To Infernum at one point. Oh. We changed it back to Vorador. Maybe the wings are there, but he's always in a robe, so you can't really tell. Why do I not know who the hell this is? Is this the big guy who we had to lead into the incinerator? I just not fucking remember him. Well, let's start Chronicle. Oh, these are actual cutscenes. Okay. Well. That is all we really have here. Thank you all for joining me. I'm not entirely sure on what we're gonna play next, but I did say before, back when we were doing Blood Omen, that the atmosphere was really making me want to play The Witcher. So I'm still feeling that hype. I'd like to replay that game. I last played it. I'll save that for when we play it, actually. So I'm gonna look into that, see if I can get it working It's pretty old, so there's a chance it might just not run, but I'm gonna see what I can do. Normally I wouldn't play a super long RPG on here because I just don't think that'd be wise. But after playing The Witcher about 3 times total, I can say that I probably won't have as much trouble with it this time, and it should go relatively quickly. It's not the longest game in the world if you know what you're doing, and that's the key. And we'll talk about that when we get to it. So, probably what you can expect me to be playing next time in a few days, probably. See how long it takes me to figure it all out. Anyways, thank you for joining me. I will see y'all then.